Everybody, Father Peter here. I'd love to have a word with you about this. Civil Rights 101, a pilgrimage from St. Mark's Episcopal Church in your New Canaan, Connecticut. I want you to know how excited I am about this pilgrimage. And one of my fears is because it's been launched in the summer, not everybody knows about it. And so I'd love to have a few words with you about it. For those of you who've been on a pilgrimage with St. Mark's, I know that's somewhere in the neighborhood of 125 of you. You all know the truth that when we travel together, we bond together. Everybody comes back with a deeper sense of our living Lord, a greater bond with one another, and a greater love for the world, just what our mission is. And it always comes alive when we go together in pilgrimage. This pilgrimage in particular has been designed to really be inspiring, to move our hearts and to move our heads. Together we're going to learn by going and seeing, which is what pilgrimage is about. It's about going and seeing. And I know that in the shortness of this trip, you're going to get so much. I'm going to give you a brief tour of it in just a moment, but before I do, I'd love it if you'd let us know if you're interested in going by Friday the 13th. We really need to know this, and you can call Beth, you can write her on email, you can click the link. Let Beth know. Beth has done so much to put on this trip. Let her help you make a decision. And now for the tour. On Friday, October 11th, we're going to be in Atlanta. That night, we're going to have dinner with Naomi Tutu. What a treat. Her father, Archbishop Tutu of South Africa. Naomi's going to talk to us about what it was like to grow up in apartheid South Africa, and now what it's like to be an Episcopal priest in the United States. On Saturday morning, we have a great first stop, the National Center for Civil and Human Rights. Did you know that Atlanta is the birthplace of the civil rights movement? And this museum codifies that whole life in an interactive and fun place where we can learn so much. And then we're going to head to Tuskegee, and there we're going to be inspired by the story of the Tuskegee Airmen at their National Historic Site. And then off we head on Sunday morning in Montgomery to Church of the Good Shepherd, an Episcopal church that has a ministry to and with people like us who are deepening their engagement with the civil rights movement. And then that afternoon, we are in for a heart-moving experience. We're going to the Legacy Museum, the critically acclaimed museum, where we will travel through 400 years of American history, from enslavement to racial terrorism to the codified segregation and to mass incarceration. And then we're going to take a boat to the National Memorial for Peace and Justice. This is the first place which has been set up to have a comprehensive memorial dedicated to the victims of racial terror and lynching. And then that night, we're going to have dinner at a famous soul food restaurant, which we're surely going to need. And then Monday, we're off to Selma, and in Selma, we're going to be with Joanne Bland, who is herself history personified. By the time she was 11, she'd been arrested 13 times. She was part of the early movement, and she's going to bring us to such historical sites as the Edmund Pettus Bridge, which, as you know, is the symbol for all the momentous changes that took place in Alabama and in the United States. And then on Tuesday, October 15th, we're going to be in Birmingham. And there we're going to be with Miss Paulette Roby, who herself was one of the foot soldiers, one of the children who marched when 900 of them were arrested. We're going to visit the 16th Street Baptist Church, and we're going to go to the Kelly Ingram Park, all places that were momentous in the civil rights movement. We're going to have lunch, hit the airport, and you'll be home by Tuesday night. This is a trip that has so much in it in such a little bit of time. It's just packed together. I hope you'll come and join me on this trip, and I hope also that you'll let us know whether or not you can go by September 13th. That's Friday the 13th. Let us know so we can put a great trip together. So God bless you. Peace be with you. Hope to see you on the pilgrimage. Take care.